Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos talks tense moment with Pascal. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos opens up and talks about the intense moment she had with Pascal. After seeing previews, fans are wondering what is going on that caused such a strange moment. What did Joan say about it all? Keep reading to find out more. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos dishes on moment with Pascal. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos is opening up about a moment she shared with Pascal. New previews are showing this moment, and now she is dishing on what was going on behind the scenes. She shared all the juicy details with US Weekly. Last week, fans saw Joan narrow her choices down to 3, and they are all jetting off to Tahiti now for overnight dates. Many were disappointed she sent Jordan home after hometowns, but are anxious to see how the rest of her journey plays out. Right now, her final 3 men are Pascal, Chalk Chapel, and Guy Gansert. In a teaser for this coming Wednesday night's episode, Pascal is seen telling the cameras to go away while he and Joan are in a hallway. Joan spoke up and shared what was really going on. She said, "We were trying to have a private moment to talk about something that was important. We were having a hard time doing it without cameras around us, so Pascal was trying to get the cameras away. Many find it interesting this moment occurs when they both know they will soon get plenty of off-camera time in the fantasy suites. Fans will have to tune in to see what exactly their private moment is all about. Fantasy suites will be different for Joan. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos has already previously dished on how different fantasy suites will be for her. She had production remove the bed from the rooms and just have a cozy couch available. She wants to have deep conversations and is more focused on that. Joan does not want physical intimacy to be a part of the dates at all. She also shared that for her personally, she cannot be physical with more than one person. Joan said she's not judging others for how they handled their own journeys in the past either. However, for her, it was important to not be physical. She noted that this way it would also make it not weird for the men either. In an exclusive interview, Golden Bachelorette contestant Joan Vassos opened up about her unforgettable and somewhat tense moment with fellow contestant Pascal, a moment that surprised audiences as much as it did the show's leading lady herself. Known for her calm demeanor and warm, engaging spirit, Joan's dynamic with Pascal introduced a different, tenser side to her journey, marking a significant turning point in her quest to find love. As Joan began to recount the moment, she smiled, as if savoring a mix of emotions. "Pascal and I had such a unique connection right from the start," she began. "He's charming, witty, and definitely knows how to make a room light up. But sometimes there was an intensity to him that could be overwhelming." Pascal, a charismatic chef from New York with a French accent to melt hearts, had been a strong contender, impressing both Joan and viewers with his suave personality and thoughtful gestures. Yet, as Joan shared, there was more than meets the eye when it came to their relationship. The turning point came during a group date when the contestants gathered for a casual beach outing, meant to relax everyone and help Joan feel closer to each of her suitors. Amid laughter, beach themes, and shared stories, Pascal pulled Joan aside, his expression serious. This was unusual, Joan explained, as he generally kept their conversations light-hearted. Intrigued, Joan followed him away from the group, expecting perhaps a romantic confession or a playful exchange. But what ensued instead was an intense discussion that caught Joan off guard. Pascal expressed frustration over Joan's connection with some of the other men, notably her easygoing banter with Chalk Chapel and her heartfelt conversations with Mark Anderson. "He seemed bothered by how I could connect with everyone," Joan admitted. "He told me he felt like I was keeping him at arm's length, and he didn't understand why." In Pascal's mind, Joan's openness with the other contestants was creating distance between them, and he wanted an explanation. While his vulnerability was touching, His intensity at the moment seemed more than Joan was prepared to handle. I remember feeling a bit cornered, Joan recalled. I understood that he was just expressing how much he cared, but it felt like he was challenging me to prove my feelings when I was still getting to know everyone. That was the whole purpose of being there, to explore connections without pressure. Joan's response was calm yet firm, explaining to Pascal that while she appreciated his feelings, she needed space and time to understand her connections without being rushed into commitment. Their exchange escalated slightly, with Pascal growing visibly frustrated. He just kept asking me, "What do you see in the others that you don't see in me?" It was difficult to answer because each of the guys brought something unique to the table, and I genuinely cared about getting to know them. Joan took a deep breath as she relived the tension, admitting, "In that moment, I saw another side of Pascal, one that was passionate, yes, but also possessive, and that really made me stop and think." As the day went on, the tension between Joan and Pascal was palpable to the other contestants. Mark Anderson and Guy Gansert later confided in Joan, sensing her unease. Joan appreciated their support and kindness, especially as it allowed her to feel understood amid the emotionally charged atmosphere. Guy told me not to feel pressured, that any man worthy of me would be patient and respect my journey. It was exactly what I needed to hear, Joan shared, her voice softening at the memory. The tension between Joan and Pascal only grew as the season progressed, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. For Joan, the moment with Pascal became a defining one, serving as a mirror of what she needed in a partner. I realized that while passion and enthusiasm are wonderful, they're not enough on their own, she reflected. I want someone who's willing to go at my pace, who respects my process and understands that love can't be forced. When asked if she had any regrets about how she handled the situation, Joan shook her head. I learned a lot from that moment. It was important for me to stand my ground and communicate my boundaries, even if it was difficult. I respected Pascal's honesty, but I needed to be honest with myself too. This exchange with Pascal, as it turned out, influenced the way she approached the remaining relationships, making her more conscious of what she needed to feel supported and truly cherished. In subsequent episodes, Joan's relationship with Pascal cooled, though they maintained a mutual respect for each other. She found herself drawn to contestants who exuded a quieter confidence, those who displayed the patience and understanding she deeply valued. Joan also shared how her connection with Mark Anderson, who was eventually eliminated, had been one of the most healing and memorable parts of her experience. Mark was always supportive. Even though he left, he reminded me of what kindness in a relationship could feel like, and that memory stays with me, Joan said warmly. In reflecting on her journey so far, Joan shared an unexpected takeaway from her time with Pascal. "In a way, I'm grateful for that tense moment," she said, smiling thoughtfully. "It showed me how I react when challenged, how I prioritize my needs, and what I really want in a partner. Sometimes it's those intense moments that bring us the clarity we're searching for." Joan expressed hope that viewers would see past the drama and understand the lesson she'd learned about boundaries and the importance of staying true to oneself. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of emotions and expectations, but at the end of the day, you have to stay grounded in what feels right for you, she said. That's the most important thing I tell anyone looking for love at any age. As for Pascal, Joan hinted that they parted on amicable terms. "We had different energies, different needs, and that's okay. I think he'll make someone very happy one day. Just because something doesn't work out doesn't mean it's a failure." She paused thoughtfully. "Everyone comes into your life for a reason, and Pascal definitely helped me understand myself better. I think that's a beautiful thing." Joan's experience on Golden Bachelorette has undoubtedly resonated with viewers, reminding them of the complexities of dating, the importance of boundaries, and the value of self-awareness. As she continues her journey, She's become a beacon of wisdom and authenticity, a woman who isn't afraid to hold her own and stand up for what she wants. In the end, the tense moment with Pascal became less about drama and more about growth. Joan's resolve and clear sense of self have only made her more beloved by audiences, proving that love isn't just about finding the right person. It's about staying true to yourself along the way. And with Joan's wisdom and heart leading the way, viewers can't wait to see where her journey leads her next.